twice nimekula.
Hata kumekula ngumi.
Nimekula coffee. Hebu tuambie kwanza
hiyo ngumi na wenyewe na kuanga tombo kurudisha.
The way I know my mom, but you be me kurudisha.
Najua mimi nakuanga kaledi like. Mimi nakuanga kaledi like nasonganga.
Unajua huyu ata move back.
Mimi na moving back.
She will literally move back.
I'll move back.
Ya kwanza ile coffee. Coffee nikizabwa. Tell me you're drunk or something. Dagoreti corner.
Yeah? Unafua kwe. Wanaweza kudigmatize. They're very good actually. This toxic people.
Hey, ebu say that loud. Ebu karibia your mic ukiongea.
They digmatize you. I'm gonna say. They digmatize you. But these toxic narcissist people, they digmatize you and they know how to make sure that you are into them like crazy. Miss wadanganyi. Uongo iko kando.
Ati na wewe ukimagine hakuna mse anajua ku drive Porsche 911.
Acha nikwambie huyu sasa.
Na kuna mse anaweza ku drive hiyo gari apart from huyo mse. Kugurumisha machine.
Anagurumisha machine.
Unajua Porsche 911 Targa. Si understand
wajega hiyo. Hata hizo unaelewa.
Saizi ndema naona hakuna mtu anajua kugurumisha hiyo machine.
DJ. Baadaye. Tangu lini mwanamke na mwanaume wakakuwa wamekaa chini mmekuja tunaangaliana? Sasa niulize, umeka when boy umenitembelea. Hebu look at me this camera. Umenitembelea. Unanitembelea unakuja tuangaliane ka picha wewe.
Mkunywe chai.
Tukunywe chai.
Kunywe chai. Upige story wewe nini wewe? Kani by the way kuna good men out here with
tunaangaliana. Okay, the good men actually
have small talk.
Okay, we can have the small talk, but you have to prepare mentally. Tutakulana bana. Kwani kitu Mungu alitengeneza nini? Tumekana mama yako pale mimi nimekunywa manze. Mimi naona ile shura. Naona
tutawacha nyumbani.
Nasikia nimegongo na huyu, nasikia mtu amenigonga ule si mzee. Kwa zile mzee wa nani? Kuangalia pale. Mimi naangalia juu kapombe kameshika niko zile za. Na mtu anakaa familia bana. Naenda hapo na msalimia kwa
twin. Hapa ni twin wa mzee wangu na hajai niambia.
Na kutamsema yule muongelesha kwa zile zoni kama mapiano hujataki kwenda kwa zile za.
Oh my god. What's up you beautiful people? What's up my darling? I am here with a lovely guest. At this point, yes, Mgeni. You guys have seen her in our last episode. It's my beautiful auntie and she's gonna introduce herself. Kinduru ya Mgeni.
Hey, what's up everyone? I'm so happy to be again here. You all know my name is Vienna.
Yeah.
I'm back again. Yeah.
You're back like you never left.
I came for the first time.
Yeah.
And I still feel like I want to do more.
Oh,
you're gonna see more.
It's addictive. Yeah, it's addictive.
Yeah, it's addictive.
That is the consistency for me.
It's really addictive actually. Yeah. And I went home and I was just thinking like, Kai Friday katafika wewe. Watch manze pako unauliza ka Friday katafika wewe.
By the way uko ukikamba by the way. Tunakuhitaji.
Na jote hii podcast
Chameleonaires wanakunid. Ashakuwa culture.
Ashakuwa culture. Mimi Chameleonaire imeshakuwa culture because this thing when it started we were like talking like in the sitting room. You remember Adam like when we always watch these guys when they're talking and it was we always like talking here like to kasukus in the house, you know. Tunapenda moshene. And then niko namwambia, "Hey Flo, ni moshene ngapi na kupanga paka saa zingine unaniuliza utanyamaza saa ngapi?" Yeah, that's true.
So kuna acha tuchukue hizi motion yetu na
nikamwambia Flo, unashinda kuwatch motion za watu. Mimi na hapa na mimi na podcast hapa za watu ma crime na kila kitu. Nashindanga nazo nikiwasikiza. You'll never see me without an AirPod on my ear. And if you see me, I'm always listening to someone's motion. So why not me come and bring my motion because I'm talkative for real.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here.
I'm grateful to you having me again here. Najua mngeenda msikize hiyo ka voice note kingine wewe kama mlirecord last time hapo kaka podcast mmoja sasa unaongea sana.
Tumemiss hapana tunataka kuongea by the way. Tunataka kuongea leo. Leo tuko na moshene pia, yeah?
Moshene gani? I'm so curious.
Moshene leo, si ndio?
Hebu niambie moshene leo. What is moshene today because I had not
today's moshene is about toxicity and violence in a relationship.
Oh my god. You've trapped me
That's
on
a
that.
bombshell, yeah? Another banger. It's another
Oh my
banger, yeah?
goodness. You trapped me on that because, you know, when it comes to toxicity in relationship and having a toxic relationship or even been there actually.
Yes.
Because it seems to attract such people actually, but I'm so grateful
You're
right
so
now.
magnetic to toxic.
I'm magnetic to toxic people for real.
Yeah.
I'm a victim, and always as a victim you always go back to your abuser. I've done that several times. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. And going to a society where you see your parents being beaten by your dad, unaichukua ni kama kitu ya kawaida, as in you go back, unaona dadi alikuwa anavigonga madhe bado tu amekaa tu hapo anavumilia. So ni kitu inakuanga kwa watoi, it's implanted in your brain to
kama DNA,
kama DNA
kanalinga tu mahali kwa akili.
Yeah, that's what I thought, by the way, because I'll not lie, my real dad, my dad was really, really, really violent to my mom, and to some point, to a certain age, akaanza kuacha venye na watu wameanza kugrow na notice vitu kama hizo, to a point until we had to leave to come to Germany. Kulikuwa na so much toxicity in that house. I think I took it with me. Yeah. Okay, I would say my sister have the same issues. They all have the best husbands actually. But one of my sister,
being the older sister.
Me being the older sister, I've seen a lot, and for them wakuona, maybe one or two my sisters, they noticed the violence in the house because tulitoka kwa father tukiwa dogo sana, by the way. Maybe they saw that a little bit. Maybe my sister mwenye amenifuata, Mary, maybe can say she saw a little bit. Nene has always have these cloudy memories. She only remember once where she did something very funny actually. She still laughs about it actually. Till today pia kanachekanga bado. She was protecting my mom actually. She was a very young girl. She just came in. My dad was not even being violent at anashika tu madhe anaanza kupiga immediately. Even the words itself. Whenever he enters in the house was like, there was that energy. You just feel there's a negative energy. So as usual, you see your dad, you run to your dad, sitting between the legs. She was quite small. I remember she was 5 years. I've never forgotten that picture actually in my face. Yeah. And my younger brother was like 2 months or something like that. So she ran to my dad, amekaa katika miguu, mguu yako ameshinda job, madhana kama hapo kawaida unajua. As an African woman, you do everything. Check after the kids work and still the same time bwana ameletea chakula kwa meza. So, and that's why I would say, as for my small sister, I acknowledge, actually nasemanga ako ndi one of the toughest women I've ever had actually. My difference as a family, but she is one of the toughest ladies I've ever seen. Because I remember when my dad aliingia kakakimbia kakakaa katikati ya miguu ya father venye kawaida venye every child does that. Sasa father akachukua kaleta food, tulikuwa na stool, si kama tunaweka chakula dinner. Sasa mbuya amekaa ako zake, he's drunk.
Mbuya. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. That's what I'm telling you. I'm aging them. I'm aging. Yeah?
Mbuya.
Buddha amekaa.
Sasa shengia squeeze my friends.
You guys don't worry about my shame.
Chupri.
Akakama madhe kekelea food. Actually, he had not even done anything because my sister alikuwa na ile violent mentality ya baba yangu ilikuwa imeingia kwa akili yake, na kulikuwa kumepotea stima, so kalikuwa kameshika torch ile kubwa. Ile torch ilikuwa the big torch. So red. The red, it was the tall and red one. I'll never forget. Then my mom placed the food there. My dad didn't want to eat the food, and then he just pressed the food with the stool. The food fell down. My younger sister turned. She's tough. She kicked my dad with that touch on the head.
Kama vile anadisao. By the way,
after that, my dad stopped being violent in the house. He just needed someone to just give him a good fight.
That's a Capricorn right now.
That's a Capricorn. That's a Capricorn.
Disciplinarian.
Let me tell you, that's my sister. When it comes to toxicity, she recently got married and she told me, your current, you can't bring him to my wedding. He bet you once. He bet you once. Yeah. She's a tough woman, a real. You see? Okay, my other sister, she's like a little
boundaries,
bit.
My dear.
She puts her boundaries since because of the violence she's faced when she was young, as in.
Love that. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one to kickstart with. I don't know.
She doesn't entertain that. Yeah, but I think I'm the one who still entertains such people. I just encourage them to be in my life because I think you attract such people. If you have there's this when you manifest or something, it keeps on coming to you. Yeah. So I think.
And
I was attracted to bad boys.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Yeah. How do you know that you're in a toxic relationship? How do you notice this toxic behavior?
At first, you don't know you're toxic because these people, they're toxic. They come, they bomb you with love. Because as I remember as long as I remember all the relationship I had, and they were toxic. All of them, they come, they bomb me with love. Because I remember not the recent one or anything. There's a relationship I was in, and this person would bomb me with a lot of presents. a lot.
Oh.
And yeah, and when a guy unajua kuna ile language
mtaani
language si love language, kuna hii kabila inakuanga ya kwetu mtaani wanakuanga tu romantic.
Tuseme Waljaluo.
These people, they can be romantic and very romantic. And the fact that walikuwa, most of them, when you want to find that someone is toxic, you just find out very later when you already invested deeply with your feelings inside. And you've already invested deeply in those. Your feelings are there. Even walking away from them was still hard. You just walk like a month and then you go back there. And it was hard until to a point now when I realized I've been in a toxic relationship. I had to manifest on myself and be like, this is not what I want in my life. So
I want us to go through some toxic behavior, and then you guys will tell me what's your take on such kind of behaviors. Yeah.
Sure.
Yes. What do you think of escalation of conversations about relationship problems, right? Let's say you are in a relationship and you have a problem and you are having a conversation and then escalate. What do you think about that? It's a toxic behavior.
What do you think?
I can say like if you're in a toxic relationship, then atajaribu kuku gaslight. Yeah. And literally blame you and give you all the blame, like you did this. Now obviously wewe kama wewe utaki kusikia that you did this. So hapo ndo argument inaanza. Now obviously your man is toxic. He's gonna hit you, and you as a woman, you will try and hit back.
And I'm telling you, these guys are very good in gaslighting. Actually,
and provoke.
They're very good in gaslighting, because
men in general.
I remember there was one relationship I won't mention which, the reason or the whatever. He would keep on telling me, "Look at me, talk to me. Do you have something to say?" And I'm like,
tone.
Yeah, and the tone also.
The tone sets the music, right?
Okay, we've been obviously partying out with you and stuff and everything. You've never seen me escalating or anything.
No.
And then you remember, you guys have been sitting there, you're drinking, and you're like, this guy is insisting, I have to talk. I'm obligated to talk to him because I want to say something. And if you say a word, the word came out. There's a time I said, I don't want to talk. And it's like, now you see. Now he started blaming me, telling me, you're
changing
the problem
your words,
now.
exactly.
No, you're the
changing
problem.
Your words.
So it's reached to a point where whenever I had an argument, I went silent. I went mute and everything. Now I became rude. He started saying I'm rude. And
that's manipulation.
And I started saying I'm rude.
Yeah.
And then to a point where when he was on the wrong, he would just walk out of the house. And I've tried to force him to try to communicate with him. He wouldn't.
Exactly. Tell me about silent treatment in a relationship.
Okay, I've had that, that. Okay. So, the silent treatment started from this part. There's a part of it. So, a day, if you don't call back, it was bad. You had never called back. Sometimes, as you all know, I'm a flight attendant. So this guy will even ask me, when is your flight landing? And I'm like,
oh, he wants to know that?
Yes. That's how toxic
you always want to know everything. Like he's micromanaging you.
Yes. It was like a robot. So I didn't know, because this guy alikuwa anaangalia hata when the flight is landing and what time it's landing.
He can track you.
So he can track me. If I land, all the calls that he's called, they're gonna tell him the phone is on. Once I'm a purser, so as a purser, most of the time when we land in between the flights, we like turn around. I have to switch off my phone and log into some apps we have at work. So I need my phone to be on just in case of anything. So once I switch off my phone and I'm working still, this moment, it's not even my personal time of watch, even having my phone. It's not even my personal time to even have my phone on, but because I'm at work and I need to check some few stuff, we have like our job app.
Exactly.
This guy thinks I'm ignoring him.
When you're at work.
So, yes, and I'm having like a 12-hour shift sometime. When I get home, once I'm in my car now, it's the time I call him back. All the calls were being rejected.
And that's how it's supposed to be, because now you are no longer at work or not.
All the calls were being rejected, and I will take that like whole week. He's not going to call me.
A silent treatment for a week.
Yes,
just because
in
a relationship.
Yes.
That's no longer a relationship.
Yes.
You see?
That's
okay. This thing actually it made me to even be scared. Even if my current doesn't take my call now, even akini blue tick, I start be like, oh my god, did I do something wrong? I became a victim to myself.
You see,
I'm a victim. I'm blaming myself. I'm myself. I'm a victim, and I'm abusing myself at the same time.
Yes.
You become a victim yourself. You're the victim, and the same personality abusing yourself because
of
you're
your
scared.
last relationship.
Yes, you're scared. Maybe kuna kitu nilifanya maybe jana usiku. Hapako unaanza kufikiria. Maybe jana juu nilikuwa nimekunywa wine. Kuna kitu maybe tulilala before.
Overthinking now, na.
Unaanza
start
overthink.
assuming and overthinking.
Yes, that's the thing.
But that's it. No, you see, when it reaches to that point, that's when you have to find of ways to detoxify from that old relationship.
But
Yes.
Drain.
Juu sasa wewe ndo toxic
Naenda
kwa hiyo
kuhinda.
relationship. Sasa wewe ndo umekuwa
Wewe ndo
toxic.
utakuwa toxic.
Kwa hiyo relationship
Unajua the
yenye uko
problem
nayo
is,
saizi.
unajua hata siwezi muuliza,
Una
utamuuliza.
nini?
Hata utamuuliza.
Open up.
Hata utamuuliza cause unaogopa kama uko na chali size utaweza kumuuliza nimekukosea, unangojea ongee. Unangojea ongee juu kinaona kama utamuuliza alipuke. So unaanza kushindwa, sasa utaulizaje umsi? Okay, nimempigia simu mara 2 hajachukua. Maybe amefanya kama ile kitu ile mwingine alifanyanga, unaelewa?
Una imagine the importance of having conversations in a relationship.
Yeah, that's true. Those toxic relationships, they always be like, okay, at some point everyone is toxic in their own way.
Definitely.
Everyone is toxic.
To an nth degree.
Kila mtu ni toxic. Kama kila mtu ni toxic.
Usivuke boundary.
Lakini sivuke boundary. Lakini hapa inakuanga for the cases that I've had. My God.
Jane umeongea kuhusu overstepping of boundaries, yeah? Ebu talk a little bit about making assumptions about things. Uko like for example, yeah? Nimekwambia nimetoka job, unaanza kunukia mango zangu, unaanza kuniambia unanuka kama mwanaume.
Exactly. Na ndio hiyo kuassume juu sasa ama unapata mimi usema by the way, ukiingia relationship, tell your partner that you found me like this. Niko na a lifestyle that I'm living, you have to keep up, you know?
Yes.
Like ukifanya hivi ndakasirika. Ne?
Yes.
At the same time ya kuambie zake.
Yes.
Na mkae hivyo. Literally.
Yes.
Don't overdo. Don't overstep. Juu again, lack of communication. Unapata partner wako hajui boundaries zako.
That's true.
Na wewe ujuza partner zako.
Hapo kuziset.
Exactly. So mnakuja miscommunication. Mnakasirikiana hapo.
Keyword.
Mnakasirikiana. Unadhani huyu alifanya na hule alifanya.
Unaanza
kuassume bas.
Katule tu shetani tunakuambianga ni ukweli ni hivi. Kuna kale kanakuwa kashetani kamoja ni kashetani kama malaika. Kuna kashetani kama malaika.
Ni tubaya. Tunapenda emotionate.
Shetani shetani sijui kamoja ni kama unachikwa katuni venye nakuja kamoja kamesimama hapa. Na mwingi malaika amekaa hapa. Wewe achana hiyo story. Kama kanyangia. Wewe endelea na hii story. Wewe ni nini unajisumbua? Endelea na hii story wewe. Hebu chunguza.
Hapo unaonanga hata ni kama umeona lipstick pongo ya mwanaume na utaona
umenukia perfume madhe.
Imagine. Yaani mpaka akili yako inakufeed for real hiyo ni perfume umenukia.
Wacha nikwambie
hiyo storyline utaenda nayo.
I swear.
Na nakwambia kitu, wacha nikwambie kitu. Unacheki kama mimi napenda perfume za machali because sometimes the perfume za machali zikuange strong kama za madem juu ya job kuna tunomwango na vichwa. Mimi tumia perfume za machali mostly. Sasa nikitumia perfume ya machali, umse na kama metoka job. Sasa kwa nyumba nakutaka kipika manze imeingia. Anza kutoanisha vitu. Mbona mkakaa chali?
Aya.
Kozleza. Nitumia perfume ya chali.
And you bought it.
Ati sikiza, ulitoka job ulikotoka by saa ngapi? Saa 11. Sasa umefika ni saa ngapi? Saa 2. Kwani sio flight ilikuwa na delay?
Unaweza kuja 30 minutes late na bado atakuuliza
nakwambia uta explain.
Explanation.
Mipaka imekuwa explanation paka ukidrive gari umekuwa na
cram ya.
Paka ushaandika paka karibu andike novel.
Don't you think Vienna, don't you think that's nini as in too strenuous for you?
Oh, those are true. That's what strenuous actually. I'm so happy right now. Detox from that all of that and I'm happy the current state that I'm right now. Manze niko sawa. Hata ume notice bana I'm glowing.
When you're in love Wanangi vitu kama hizo ziko.
You don't see them for real. You don't see them. You don't see them yeah.
Kitu kubwa.
You don't see them.
Unaona kama vile amesema yeko gari, ashakram, ashajua ino nitaulizwa na hivi ndo nitajibu. Literally ashapata coping mechanism. Anajua.
By the way, you already ni coping mechanism.
Hata kuna mahali paka nilikuwa na there's a time nilikuwa nimefika nimeweka like there's this wall.
Ouch.
And kuna this wall. When it gets to that point, it's time
down.
I shut down. Na shut down. Hata sasa ilifika to a point where hata if one of my guys akiongelesha au toxic kwa nama mwenye alikuwa violent, na muangalia naona nikiongea wewe na coffee nitaingiwa hapa, which also once it happened nikaonekana hata nikiwa online by the way. Naamka tu naenda naingia kwa kitanda najifunika. Na nalala. Hata kama sikuwa nimekula, mimi nalala. Nalala
kabisa.
Naingia kwa kitanda nalala. Imagine this beauty, I need my face for work bana.
Hebu kwanza nikuulize. To an extent mwanaume afike to a point anakuwekelea mikono. Hebu talk us through that process. Me know that you're very delicate.
Okay, my whole life okay, everyone have to kiss several frogs before you get there, right?
You're listening.
Before Mr. Right comes, you have to kiss a lot of several. And there's a guy too. You have to kiss a lot of frogs. It's frogs. They're like frogs, no.
Plural.
Frogs. Najua sa acha nikwambie kitu. Before you get the prince, you have to go like kiss this one, kiss this one, kiss this one. And then when you realize that the relationship is too toxic, you better cancel, go to the next one, because you might be holding yourself on this relationship not knowing the 100 one is the one who's supposed to be your Mr. Right. And you're still here number 5 and the 100 one is the one who is Mr. Right. So I'll start with the having abusive exes and everything. Mwanaume ikifika to that extent, most of them they're always to a point where they've gone to a point where they're so jealous. Because as I believe there's one that she also witnessed when we were somewhere, and we won't mention the name. She was a witness in it, and the next one, the last one, the recent one, you were also, you also a witness.
I was sleeping.
Yeah, you were sleeping.
Ningefanya kitu, but I was sleeping. And I was 16.
At this point, unafaa Mombasa. I'll pay you extra a trip. For you go take a shower.
Take a shower, wacha chumvi.
Duf kwa nini?
Hiyo nishafanya. Hiyo nishafanya. I'm in a good place right now, and
but talk us honestly, through that process. Do I want to understand? Do you fike for real to a point where ati mwanaume anakuzaba kofi? Mimi nishai kula kofi kama twice nimekula.
Hata kumekula ngumi
nimekula kofi. But hebu tuambie kwanza
hiyo ngumi na wenyewe na kuanga tombo kurudisha.
The way I know my mom, but you be me kurudisha.
Nacho mimi nakuanga kaledi like. Mimi nakuanga kaledi like nasonga.
Nacho huyo ata move back.
Mimi na moving back.
She will literally move back.
I'll move back.
Ya kwanza ile kofi nikizabwa.
Tell me you're drunk or something.
Dagoreti kona. Yeah? Na anyway,
definitely utaliwa mtaa manzi.
Utaliwa mtaa. Ni morio wangu. Na hapa something. But ni morio wangu saizi. So mimi I think you understandable.
Yeah, morio wangu.
Na huo ngumi manzi. Kwanza tunaweka the process of ngumi.
Sasa huyo ngumi ni huko hivi Germany. Lakini huyo lazima tungemchukulia P3. Juu sasa unaona huyo nilikuwa na try kuset healthy boundary, lakini haikuwa ina nini. Sikuwa ninajua bado juu nilikuwa myang na nilikuwa new Germany. Yeah? Na nishaambiwa na mother, wewe maneno ya West Africa na wachana nayo. Si ndio?
Was he Nigerian?
He's Nigerian. Yeah, he is still Nigerian. The thing is, yeye alikuwa anataka for real relationship, but still unashanga unataka this relationship so sana. Mimi ni myang, I'm just new in Germany, I want to try things out. Wewe uko na dem na mtoi Mjerumani mwenye amepatia mapepa kwa nyumba. You understand? On the other side, kuna wao mabeshte zangu wawili wa Kenya wanampia gaslight. Amekuacha juu ako na msemo mwingine nini. Inamwasha. Akanifuata kwa train station. Mimi nikishuka hivi nikapigwa juu ali notice, nikamwambia tena mimi na karoti nataka ku scream. Then nika scream, then nikapigwa nini? Ngumi. The next thing nishagonga mawe. Na nika faint dakika moja na msee akajitoa. Kuna wasi walisikia nikiscream wakakam, ndio tukapigia gava, nikiwa opea. Like nilikuwa a couple of months in Germany. So you can imagine your trauma already. Ndio mimi nakwambianga, mimi West African, I take them with a pinch of salt. But ndio tena I laughed at another thing about West African Kenya nashindaga nikicomplain about. Unaona? Unafaa pia kudili na wasee na wenye unajua hata wakikuchapa, wakikulipa pesa itakuwa ni pesa ya maana. Kama mimi nilipa sijui 300 euros. After tushaenda nikawin case. Unajua? Na nikawin case. Na wale mabesti zangu kwanza nikamwambia peace out. Juu puzi walifanya, but we were all young. Understandable. So mimi surely mimi mwanaume mimi nakuprovoke I really mitakwangani kisema
most of the men you don't provoke them by the way. Most of it comes from jealousy, because I assume I believe the one that she also witnessed was had to do a lot with jealousy also.
Say a coward is always a coward.
Had to do a lot with jealousy, because I believe later, after some years later, I came to find out that that was not the only first woman that he was violent to. He was several times.
So nika behavior, nika pattern,
yeah. The one that followed him also attracted another violent person who mwenye stabbed me. Remember him? Yeah, you remember the one that stabbed me? It was because of jealousy, and he's the one who brought those guys in the house. And just because I'm the only female was in the house, and he asked me to dance, and I refused to dance because he's like, let me say, I'm not gonna go to the part of where the Kikuyu men they believe that a woman is just a source of being a woman. Like they just need you to be there, like. You're obligated to be a housewife. Hata kama ni girlfriend yake, yeah, you're obligated to be his wife. Kama umekuja kama kwa girlfriend kuja na potential na hizo potential za kuwa wewe ni wife. So nilikuwa nimepika nikafanya kila kitu, I did everything, and then all of a sudden it escalate. Actually I left him because walikuwa hapo sitting wanakunywa. So nikamwambia niaje, I can't stay here with boys only, I need to go to sleep. So alikuwa sana anapenda, yeah, you know something, alikuwa taka sana kujioneshana manze. Beautiful. Yeah. Mbona sijioneshana? The other one also the one from Paris also, it's because I had a short dress that night.
By the way.
And one of his buddy looked at me and bite his lips. Nikamwangalia nikasmile because leza anajua kinyo umeona, lakini juu nilikuwa nimekaa kind of way mtu alikuwa anaona venye nimekaa, and the dresser was dressing, you could see nimekaa vibaya. So I think uchalipo aliona akabite lips akagongana na mwingine macho, ikakuja ikakuwa ni vita sasa usiku. Mimi hakuna kitu nilifanya. Ilikuwa ni summer and it was hot. Hauntaja where I was. Sasa ingine nayo tulikuwa na nyinyi. Tumeachana tu vizuri. Baadaye napigia video. And you remember, abusers will always be abusers. Because I remember there's a call we had with you, and the guy was like, assuming, I remember on the video call, he was laughing actually. It was a laughing matter. He was laughing that he did that, and actually he could have even killed me because the injuries that I had actually from that incident.
But I don't even understand why he was even laughing at that.
Yeah, he laughed actually. You're my witness. He laughed actually.
It wasn't even a laughing matter.
And victims always go back to their abusers. And I still stayed for another fucking good year in that relationship, imagine.
That point, that point, I want us to talk about. What are the potential things that make us go back to our toxic relationship?
You've never been in a toxic relationship, but let me...
So, umesema una gift bombing, right?
Okay, love bombing. There's this love bombing, a lot of love bombing actually.
Yeah, exactly.
And these people, they're very good in manipulation. And they already know how they can manipulate you. I'm a foodie. And if you can cook good, they all could cook good. Remember, they all could cook good. If you know them.
Sasa una imagine unarudi kitchen unaona
because the love bombing started once
kuosha sufuria
mimi sina shida nitapika, lakini acha niwaambie there's one thing mimi ninayo shida tu niko nayo. There's the one that I remember vizuri kabisa, ninakumbuka after nimekuwa na hizo mashida zote na kugonga vyote, because wawili ndio ameniweka stitches, huyu mwingine alinigonga nika break mapua. Well,
watu wanaskas.
Moja niligonga kanipata mapua because I remember ilikuwa ni blow ama nini je, I can't even remember. Ni coffee bana na machupa. Na kachapa na chupa kwa chapa kama mtoi.
Mimi so mimi naweza rudi jikoni ni kupikia concoction.
Maliza kabisa.
I swear. You unajua niko na nini, niko na Scorpio tendency.
I'm a Leo. We always have to stay strong. We all, you know, Leos
as a
Leo, you know, we're always for
and
we don't want to hurt anyone. We want to be friendly to everyone. That's why you see most of the Leos that my mom, she's a Leo too. We always want to try to be as much friendly as you can until the last minute you lose your last drop of blood. That's the problem with a Leo.
That's giving too much to
we give a lot, and we give a lot. When it comes to relationship, a Leo knows how to love bomb someone. By the way, we are good. We're good to make a guy. We're even worse because we're very good to a point where mimi najijua. I'm a Leo. My mom is a Leo, and I've seen her in after she left my dad's house and the man she was married to. She was doing a good job actually. She did a good job. You could see the way she was love bombing the guy also. Mimi najua nini wanakula bomb na vitu tu kidogo. Alafu unajua when you're in love you're just like a teenager.
What about sex?
Like you're 16. Okay,
You umesmile eh? Mimi kubamba.
Sex hata kama ni good. Mimi unichape. Na kutoka.
Sweetheart.
I care less. Kwani si umenipata ni
bora mwenye na smile.
I smiled because ulikuwa na mtu nilikuwa nakanga hivi sana. Unajua kuna ile umekaa umejiuliza, manzi nimeinvest na hii relationship. This guy nimempiga my intro maybe kwa paro wenye alikuwa lucky, wenye alikuwa lucky nimepiga paro intro. Okay. Moja tu ndio I get to get close to my son a lot. Because that's where we were seeing there's a future there.
Yes.
And for that being there as the person who's seen as a future, unafua kwe wanaweza kudigmatize. They're very good actually. These toxic people.
Hey, ebu say that loud. Ebu karibia your mic ukiongea.
They stigmatize you. I'm gonna say they stigmatize you. But these toxic narcissist people, they stigmatize you and they know how to make sure that you are into them like crazy. Miss wadanganyi. Uongo hiyo kando.
Ati na wewe ukimagine hakuna mse anajua ku drive Porsche 911.
Acha nikwambie huyu sasa.
Hakuna mse anaweza ku drive hiyo gari apart from huyo mse. Kugurumisha machine.
Anagurumisha ndo
unafanya. Unajua Porsche 911 Targa. Si understand
wajega hiyo. Hata hizo unaelewa.
Saizi ndema naona hakuna mtu anajua kugurumisha hiyo machine.
DJ. Kwa deck.
Kwa deck. Unaona hii machine hapa hivi. Una imagine venye ina cost ka pesa.
Alafu unajua unakula mananasi, unafanya tu vitu tuzuri. Unafanya manze.
Lakini surely. Okay. Mbona mtu anakuwa so insecure to an extent that ana imagine hata pata msimu mwenye atajua kumbang outside there.
That's what I'm saying.
And give them that good orgasm and then keep on going back to this relationship. What do you think about the sex?
Mtu anakaa unafikiria, nikumbuke tuko Germany. Ndio Kenya ungekuwa na opportunities nyingi za maboys mtaani. Hapa kama mimi sidanganyani, mimi I'm into black and mixed guys. You know that. And not just black,
the cappuccinos.
And the cappuccinos, yeah, cappuccinos. Have you ever seen me with a Nigerian? You've never seen me. I'm always into my Kenyan. If you're Kenyan and you're cappuccino, you're gonna get me.
Kenyan man.
Yeah, I'm into Kenyan men.
Nao ndio wanakuonesha pepe.
Nao ndio wanaonesha pepe. But they're not all Kenyan bad. Si wote wa Kenya,
lakini nikuulize a personal question.
Yeah.
Do you think they're good in bed?
Actually, some are good in bed for real. Hey.
Actually, good at romance. Are they good at romance though?
Unajua kuna lingana ni mwenye umepata.
Good question.
Kuna lingana mwenye umepata. Ukipata Mogekuyu, Ai, Wakikuyu to let down manzi. Ai, Wakikuyu ataka. Wakikuyu.
Oka, ohe. Una imagine ukiomba na Kikuyu.
Na wege huko unipatie. Wege huko, fungua miguu, panua.
Jani romance.
Ai.
Wana romance na Mkikuyu.
Ako very natural. Ate direct sina your time.
Ai.
Manake
Mungu amembariki. Akumbuke Mungu amembariki.
Ai dunia.
Akumbuke Mungu amembariki, amempatia bolingo ni kubwa, alafu
bolingo na ngai.
Bolingo na ngai nakwambia, alafu anaingia pale. Uko dry like crazy.
Uko Sahara.
Uko dry like crazy nakwambia, hata hakuna ile hata atumi paka ali. Anachukua ile anapaka.
Oh my god.
Kama Masai bala anapaka.
Take this slow. You want to understand. Mimi sitakudanganya. Mimi my first orgasm I experienced it when I was in Germany, and it's not like I've not been having sex in Kenya. I have. Okay. So that's why I want to understand.
Dear daddy, what have you been doing? Dear daddy. Your game is work as fuck.
That's a good one actually. She's not blaming the dad, never got it.
Yes, he's also a Kikuyu Luya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what side is he in, my lord? Is it the Kikuyu?
In his defense, my guy was 18.
He never had experience. Okay, then we understand
yes.
that.
Yeah.
We understand
come
that.
on.
My mom was his
He
first.
was trying to learn.
Mimi, I have a feeling. Like, you see why Kenyans even tend to even date Nigerians. Me, I have a feeling Nigerians are romantic, more romantic than Kenyans, for sure. Or at least you want to make sure may lubricate, they will romance you, right? First and foremost, watakupikia kwanza pepe soup na nini wa make sure umekula.
Watakulipia bills.
Wana nini wanakule na uko on your empty stomach. No. They'll make sure they've dined you very well.
That's true.
Yeah?
That's true.
And
I've never tried it, but I'm just going to say that's true because I've had a lot from my friends.
For real.
Same.
Alafu they'll take you slow. Hebu tuambie wa Kenya wana nini? Mnacheza na wao. Hey,
Mimi the only
how have you been surviving?
Let me tell you, Kenyan kwenye tu naweza sema kulikuwa kuzuri. Niwende Kisumu Dallas. Hao watu wa Kisumu tu mimi
nimewasikia. Pia mimi
wazuri. Walikuwa kama they sound like Nigerian, like you're saying, for real.
Yeah.
Ni fish.
And I sound kama they did me good.
Yes.
Luo men, they did me good. And that's
They did you justice. They did me justice.
Mimi nasema tu kweli, they did me justice because that you notice only had actually I had like the Kikuyu, and then there was the other one I don't want to mention from where he come from, but it's like more like speaks like mother tongue like mine.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to mention the Kikuyu was the one you remember.
Thank God Nanyita.
Okay.
The light skin. Unapenda machali light skin, by the way.
I'm attracted to them. Actually, no, the dark skin don't mean it, and I was jinga by the light skin or giant tender apart from the crazy one. Yeah, but I've always had light skin. That's true.
Nimekumbuka. Ushaidate from Nigeria?
No, I've never. Sean was American.
But still.
Sean was typically American. Sean was American, yeah. He was American.
He wasn't from Nigeria?
No, the wife was from Nigeria because the parents forced him to go and get married there because that's so that like there's this culture thing. Sean was American.
Okay.
Actually, there. Oh, there was also a good place that I really could have stuck for a very long time, but I said no for the marriage. Yeah, imagine I'll go to live in America, thinking about the guns and everything, taking my son over there. He's black. I was scared. Military. Yeah, they're military. And then the military one that followed after that.
Oh, I loved him, Eugene.
Yeah, Eugene. Yeah.
So
he was also Luo. I said that. I stayed there. Eugene, if you hear this, congratulations.
He was a good one,
Yeah.
And he was actually a very nice guy.
He was a nice guy. America.
It's a pity relocate.
Yeah, it's a pity, but if someone relocates, you don't have anything. You can't do anything.
Kwani hamwezi fanya long distance? Kwani nini rada?
Long distance I can only do it in Europe for real. Long distance is Europe for real. Long distance is Europe.
The dick was too good for him to relocate.
Yes.
That is something I have. That is why I have discipline. I cannot relocate because the dick was so good. Not unless it's marriage.
That's nice.
But now, because now I've matured. But back then I was a child. If you look at back then, nilikuwa mtoi.
So we've all agreed, kama sex is too good, it can be a trap for you.
So it's going to be a trap to a woman, actually. You know, she's a virgin. She doesn't know anything. If you have the experience of getting that feeling of coming, you know, there's a feeling of coming. If there's 3 types of coming. There's a creamy one, there's a squirting one, there's a lot. Actually, my mom, if you hear this, I'm sorry. I just want you to hear this.
Yes.
There's one. There's 2 types of coming. Mama,
have to beat that part.
Mom, dick can also make a woman stay somewhere. That's something I've had a lot of friends also.
But you know why? For real, Mimi, on their defense though, yeah? Hey, ni hard kupata mse and understand you personally. And make sure and I ride the exact way, the way you want it. Kabla sasa upatane na another partner, you teach them your ways.
But, before you teach them your ways, it takes time. But
that is investing.
It's not investing. You know,
it's a good investment.
No, let me tell you one thing. There's one person and tu anaingia tu ndani, automatically he already knows what he's doing. And I tell you, from that day one go, that person knows what he was doing. Like there's a place we were talking about. You remember? We had a discussion some time back, like last year, October. And I was like, "Ai, hapa sitoki." Nakumbuka.
Mzee anajua kazi.
Ai, day one. Hapa sitoki.
I need probation.
I need probation side.
I need probation. Ako tu sawa kabisa. Anapewa nini contract ya
alafu unajua kitu poa inakuanga kama unataka kwenda
lifetime.
Nimekam ku notice. Prepare each other mentally. Unakuwa akijua anakam. Yako kujibu mwangaliane kanyi ni picha. Kumnaangalia na wewe ni Chalina dem naangaliana nini? Mimi tuangalie na mimi na wewe hapa tuongee. Unakuja sikiza, unakuja hey manzi, no way, no.
Tuangaliane baadaye.
Tutaangaliana baadaye. Tangu lini mwanamke na mwanaume wakakuwa wamekaa chini mmekuja tunaangaliana? Sasa niulize, umekam wewe boy umenitembelea. Hebu look at me this camera. Umenitembelea. Unanitembelea unakuja tuangaliane kapicha wewe. Tukunywe chai.
Upige story wewe nini wewe?
But there kuna good men out here with
tunaangaliana. Okay, the good men actually
have small talk.
Okay, we can have the small talk, but you have to prepare mentally. Tutakulana bana. Hai, kwani kitu Mungu alitengeneza nini? Kitu Mungu alitengeneza nini? Sasa alitengeneza sawa kulane. Ilitengenezwa ni binadamu.
Ni plan though.
Lakini nilikuanga ukitaka a good sex actually.
But also that point una miss point kama mwanaume atakuwa tu akikuja hamwangaliani. Sasa hiyo ndio itakuwa norm. Hamta work on your communication.
That's true. Let me tell you that's true.
Yeah.
But let me tell you one thing. Let's go for a date today.
Yes.
And then twende hiyo date. Alafu nime kitu kama miezi 6. Usha invest akili zako na paka kile.
Sasa kwanza msia na ngoja miezi.
Acha nikwambie kuna watu wanafanyanga hivyo.
Nini ladies?
Tulia ujue mtu vizuri kwanza.
Alafu uinvest hiyo time yako yote
na shetani.
Siku itafika hiyo siku na kuwa disappointed. Mimi nakwambia I've never done it, but nikienda blind date
is dating for sex
niku like nakwambia week later tunaanza kuongea. I don't want to play hard to get. Na kwanza unaanza kuanza kuniambia na
watu na play hard to get.
Ai, itabidi bwana get for it. At this age, si age tu si kucheza. Acha wacheza kalongolongo kwa they have
na ratio ya 13:1 na dem anacheza hard to get.
Nilikuwa najua unasema kitu kama hiyo.
Acha wacheza hard to get. Sasa mimi Florence na miaka yangu 36 for real. Nianza kucheza chali ni kama Tom and Jerry kai. Sisi ni Tom and Jerry wacheze Tom and Jerry.
Paka na panya.
Sasa ni mimi tukipatana a week later, ushaanza kupanga unajua, dem nitakuwa naye ama nitaenda nikule vitu na utakapaka ujue venye dem ananuka by the way. Pia venye chalia ananuka by the way. Sasa tunaenda
by the way, nishaisoma. Ukimeet na mwanaume. First akikuangalia hivi already ashajua.
Immediately.
Wewe it's either
atakuweka ashakubox.
Exactly.
It's a compartmentalize.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, exactly.
That's true.
Weka anajua
Yeah.
huyu nitamkula na huyu ni serious matter.
It is serious matter.
But
Hata kama ni
That's
kwa nini
true.
inakuanga hata saa zingine inakuanga kama hivi kwa
Pia
mtandao
women,
online
pia
dating pia unaelewa.
Yeah.
Pia online dating unaonanga conversation yako na mseving inaendelea, unaona paka ameshakwambia anakuambia tu let's go for a date. And once you're there atakwambia when are we going to see each other again?
Exactly.
So niambie tumeshinda nimekuweka hiyo all that time nimekuwa kama miezi kama 2-3 tukichat. I've invested my 3 months there with you. I've invested the whole time 3 months. Alafu sasa utaniambia sasa nisha commit unikose kunipenda nirudi tena the square A.
Imagine.
That's
I mean,
why
at least you tried.
No,
I mean, for real,
3
at
months
least you
for
tried.
now.
You know you're that age.
Actually me age mecha kwambia mimi natakanga chale na kuja tu direct ananiambia I like you.
Bit about the bush.
Hakuna kubit the bush. I like you and I honestly want to meet you very soon.
Hakuna bit about the
I
bush.
want to meet you because
mitiana huku nje na serial killers.
kwani unakutana na serial killer kuna serial killer nini wewe?
Okay, after how many dates should you guys have sex then?
Now like 3 weeks
There's
or
no
something
no. There's no remedy to that.
There's no remedy. Sometimes hata ni automatically inakuwa tu
Hakuna.
connection.
Hakuna remedy to that.
Jesus.
You know sitakudanganya. Utasikia kuna successful marriages.
There's nana ka one night stand.
Na one night stand. Na utasikia successful marriages. Ulisikia msee alingoja until mdema maze shule sijui ati ni wakafanya wedo and all that stuff. Na kunaweza sikia marriages zingine. They waited until they got married and then after the marriage hata haikuenda up 6 months
Ask
na wakachana.
I was once married. It took me very long time before I accepted to be married also and accepted first date. And why am I now?
So it has no remedy in short. Sawa. We talked about sex. I want to know finances. Finances ni za tuma mse abaki kwa toxic relationship.
Big yes.
Big yes. Kwanza wanaume. Kwanza kama unaona wanaume vile ni like head of the family etc provider etc.
Yes.
Unapata kwanza wewe kama mwanamke hauna job. Na unategemea the man. Obviously you'll stay.
This is what most Kenyans have been doing. I have a
That's
feeling.
the thing.
Like most Kenyan women, this is what they have been striving on.
Yeah. Ama unapata unafanya kazi but you earn less.
Yes.
Ama okay unafanya kazi but unafanya kazi na hiyo pesa unaweza hadi toka your relationship.
Yeah.
Uende nje ukae kwa a small room nini.
And you have your peace of mind.
But who wants that?
That's
Kulilia kwa Range Rover. Hapa ndio sauti sola na coming through na ile wimbo yake.
Comfort zone, yeah. Alafu acha nikwambie, kuna toxic relationship nyingine unaangalia pesa yenye inaingia hapo unasema tuta tu nikae.
Wacha nitulie hapa na wewe na chapa mabari.
Mimi
unalia unaona mama.
Mimi hapo
ndio
kwa violence.
Unajua hao wanakuanga sana kwambia. I told you one thing.
Ati ndio unasikia yake.
$100 ndio handkerchief. Kwa hapa.
Wacha nikwambie. Mimi
sikwambia nini kata.
Ouch.
What? I told these people they're manipulative. They already know ndamchapa. Alafu nikitoka hapa nitaenda nimletea kibeti ya Louis Vuitton.
I swear.
Kibeti ya Gucci.
Nimwambie sorry.
No utaichukua.
I'm happy that I'm
also babies play a good role.
Babies also kids too.
Children.
Yeah.
Sasa hapo hivyo ni kama sasa hata mimi ninaweza agree. Lakini ya finance mimi naona nikitembea.
Mama wewe. Mama pale bwana.
Unajua unaamka unakuta
kids need understand.
Bentley,
I know,
outside
like
the door,
Chanel.
Bentley outside the door, Chanel.
I'm gonna pick you up at 8.
Unapelekwa Bush Khalifa's dinner
and I'm taking you here and here, girl. I
will
stay too.
Utapigwa. Lakini I'm not
Mom, nakokea uso hivi. Chapa hapa. Umetoka chapa hapa. Lakini side nyingine.
Like you mentioned before, all the toxicity by the way, ulikuwa unasema before when he slapped you and you went down, ndio? Even if most of the cases niendangi unakuta mse aligonga dema akakufa by the way. So most of the people
dangerous by the way.
Nilisema nini? Like every cases that unakuta dema amechapwa as she's a victim. I think 95%, even I think 99.9% go back to the abusers and not once or twice or thrice. It goes several times back to abusers.
Because you need time also.
We go several times to our abusers actually to get us to move on and forget about it.
Yeah, it takes time.
And then kuna kale anakubembeleza na kuambia nimekumiss, pole, I was under influence, pole blah 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 hizo. And then your relationship ilikuwa involved wazazi wako involved pia. So even our parents play a big role actually in watoi pia.
Kwanza hapo kwa watoi.
Kwa watoi pia. Kwani mimi hizo wenye wamenichapa ni kulikuwa na mtoi. Si tu mtu kwa na mtoi tu na baba mtoto wangu peke yake na hapo hakuna anything. Nothing happened there. Ingine wenye amekuja boyfriends wenye hata kuwa na marriage or anything. Hao ndio walikuja wakaanza kunipiga. Hapo kulikuwa na watoto.
Kwanza kuna ile relationship yenye atakuchapa wewe na achape watoto wake.
Na achape watoto wake.
I'm out. Mimi sitakudanganya, I think hapo ndipo utaniona jela. Hapo ile concussion nitatengeneza sijui siko mbaya.
Utaenda Kenya kuja na nini nitongo na tata.
Hapo ndipo nitajua kwenye nini. Hapo ndio nitajua kwenye mchana.
Unaenda holiday kwa live.
Hapo ndio for the first time.
Unauliza kina shosho. Na ule
for the first time hapo ndio nitajua kwenye mchai for real na kuanga. Yaani mwanaume anaamua hakuna peace kwa nyumba. Unachapa bibi na unachapa watu wengi.
Huruma is
hata chapa na kwanza kuna wengine tu wamezoea sana tabia.
Mimi naambia you know kids what? We need to talk. Because we are about to do a crime.
Manze. Hiyo niite. Hiyo nitakusaidia.
To clean the mess.
To clean the mess. After I've gone through.
Anyway, I don't advocate for nini. For violence na kama hizo, but sometimes because there's a wow. Ina ni normal. So I want us to talk about nini, how to notice that you are in a toxic relationship, yeah? And let's talk of dependency. Kuna our partners wako too clingy.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever experienced that?
Oh God.
Unapata mimi nishaipata msee anataka tufanya kila kitu na yeye pana. Hata sisi umekuwa pasi yangu, umekuwa na choo. Anataka mpaka tuende kwa lu. Tuende kila mahali ni hiki kisura tunaona kwa uso wangu. Nimekimbia kwa club solo na mabeste zangu. After half an hour nakiona kisura kijukinaje kwenye niko. Mimi I was traumatized, man.
Me too. You know what? I'm sitting with your mom. You're
having me too.
Me too. I'm not saying the me too, the raping one is the me too. Tumeka na mama yako pale mimi nimekunywa manze. Mimi naona ile sura. Naona sura kitawacha nyumbani. Nasikia nimegongo na huyu, nasikia mtu amenigonga ule si mzee. Kwa zile mzee wa nani? Hebu angalia pale. Mimi naangalia juu ikapombe kameshika niko zile za. Na mtu anakaa familia bana. Naenda hapo na msalimia kaza
ni twin. Kama ni twin wa mzee wangu na hajai niambia.
Na kutamsema ule muongelesha kwa zile zoni kama mapiano hujataki kwenda kwa zile za. Oh my God. Manze. Clingy. They can be clingy manze because I know one. He always wanted me to be in the house ever. Unajapaka nilikuwa mestopoka kuja kutembea. Alikuwa anapenda kwa flow kuja kupika manze.
Hataki kukuja mtaa.
Sasa kwenda mtaa. Juu nilikuwa tu nikisema ishmoshte gani nataka kwenda. Sorry bila German. I want to go to visit my friends and then he's like, yeah, don't go. I'm on my way. I'm coming. Naambia sawa basi. Nangojea. Sasa mimi nimeambia man my tunaangalia saa ngapi? Sasa nakujanga mostly kitu saa 10 hapo saa 12. Not if I don't have an appointment with you to go anywhere. Utakuwa umefika basi ngapi? Acha nikuje tutokanishe. Hiyo saa 12 nagonga. Saa 1, saa 2 jamaa hajakam. Ikifika saa 6 hapo, namuuliza niaje nilikuwa naenda kwa best yangu. Uko wapi?
Yaani amekukalisha all that time.
Of course.
6 hours.
Ndio usifanye vitu zako.
Yes.
Ume lose time.
Yes.
It's a control freak.
And you remember
strategy by the way.
Strategy because ilikuwa all the time ilikuwa ngani that thing. You know what? That's what he did all the time. Nakwambia I'm on mine account msee wangu amesema anapitia kidogo tuonane.
All the time na huko miningi tu.
Najua mimi sana
hivyo utanifanyia twice. Nanda.
Unajua msee
hakuna third time hapo. That time hadi sikwambii naenda mahali.
Si ndio hiyo? Unajua honesty time.
Honesty usiposema ukweli mahali yuko. Mbona ulienda huko na nilikuwa nataka kukuja. So na kwa wewe ndio umekuja saa 7. Ndio umekosea.
Hiyo ni reverse psychology.
Ndio nitakwambia sasa hao watu wote violators and everything, abusers and everything, they know how to play reverse psychology. Juta akijua amekosea hiyo siku amekosa kukam. The next day anasema I'm being stalky. I'm being stalking him. Because I kept on calling him, asking him, when are you coming? Sasa hii kumpigia simu nijue kama anakam, imekuwa mimi nimekuwa stalker. Na mstock. Ati niko na mabiashara zangu hapa, nafanya mabiashara zangu sijui nini. Unataka kupigia simu, sasa shika simu, unaelewa vitu kaa hizo. So for me, naambia tu madem, kisha you don't know to ambia to notice the first thing of toxicity. These are those people.
Ukiona bullshit. Ndio. Ukiona bullshit ako tu clingy. Now change of behavior hiyo.
Change of behavior. Na mostly of them wanakuanga na bipolar. If anyone doesn't know bipolar, what is bipolar? Most of them be bipolars. Na mwingi wao narudinga na kwenda kukua psychopath. Baadaye na kwa psychopath for real.
Bipolar is
a psychopath. Wanakuwa yani gonjwa mbaya sana because ni
kama sweet and sour. Yeah. Size yuko sweet.
Yes, and that's how those most of them they're like that. Because we nakumbuka kuna mmoja you visited actually and I was living in Stuttgart. Obviously know him. This guy nilikuwa nimebuy gari mpya, so I wanted to test my car whether it can go long distance, so tulikuwa mezanga tuna interchange na tumia train na kama hivyo. So mimi nikasema akaniambia unaweza try gari yako mpya, nikamtry Jenny boy anaweza feel. Nilikuwa nimepatiwa guarantee ya 14 days I drive. Just by that time akona gari, akaniambia kuja ni try hiyo gari yako juu sasa Kevo akuwa ni drive again, so Kevin wasn't around. So nikasema wacha nimpelekee use gari to drive na hiyo weekend mzima juu niko free, niko 5 days free to try gari yangu, alafu nitakuwa ni drive nikuje nyumbani. Nimefika day 1 ilikuwa mzuri, day 2 na waambia day 3 chali akakuwa moody. Ali disappear from morning mpaka jioni. Anarudi muuliza, ni aje kwa milenda job? Hakuaende kazini.
Lakini
alikuja kiwa moody. Nimesha tumeshaongea, huwezi toka ni chali yako umeshaongea mnakaa hapo 3 days.
Mmenyamazana tu 3 days.
Tunaongea vizuri. So it was moody, as in you have to also identify such behaviors from the beginning of the relationship, because mimi ni red flags and those
tiny red flags at this point na kampuni reflect bad.
I saw a lot of red flags. Those red flags nilikuwa nazionanga red flags. You see, like I had like exes there before and I've not even spoken about them because they were good actually. They were really good. I cannot complain. There's some exes paka wale, they're my friends. It's only that I put the boundaries because once you're an ex, you're an ex, because there's no way you can go back there because nasema kanga ex nitakuja kuua. Maisha utarudi hapo nadhani sasa George mliachana sasa hapo ndio anaweza kakua, kusimaanishi kiugonjwa or anything, na maanisha when you go back to something ni kama ile sijui tasemaje. Can you explain to me, once you leave, the door is closed, you let it be shut, usirudi hapo.
Okay, it's true. It's true, ni kweli.
So I have had exes and I've had guys who are nice, and paka ilikuwa imefika to a point when nilikuwa nimesema mimi sasa nitaanza kukua nini lele.
Ni venye wanaume wamekuonesha.
Nacheki sasa nasema actually I would say I'm no longer now like almost 6 months single. Nisema 6 months, no single, 6 months not in a relationship, as you all know, because if something was on and off, because it was like 1 week kosawa, the other weeks mizikata tuongeleshani na mtu. So
it's true. So that's obviously
I've had my 6 months of healing, and I'm telling you they were worth it. Those 6 months they were worth it for me.
That's good. Hey, hebu kwanza tuongee kuhusu addiction to control, yeah? Kuna how to notice if you are in a toxic relationship, yeah? Kuna people who just want to, they are control freak. Wanaangalia simu yako.
Yes, there are some people like that.
Wananusia manguo zako, as in they're into your business, like it's business. Like too much.
I'll tell you, there's some there.
Pia kuna watu wanapenda kukontroliwa. Yeah. There are women out here.
The women who love that
who
attention.
love a man that controls them, put them in their place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mimi nakwambia, mimi kwa simu yangu niko na password. I don't care kama unanishuku ama unanishuku. Ni simu yangu.
Wanasema wewe ni mali yangu.
Na nini inaitangwa double authentication ama inaitangwa nini? Sitai wewe ni judge.
Kwani yeye imekuwa ni ile bomu ya Fukushima wewe.
sijali, lakini mimi simu yangu ni simu yangu.
True.
Yenyewe,
si lazima ni proof point ati nisieke nini password.
Not unless uniambia pick up your call, I'll never pick your call. That's something like niko na your discipline by the way. If your phone is ringing in the bathroom, uniambia pick the call for me. Ama mtu
That's another case.
Yeah.
Kama mimi sishiki simu yako usishike.
I don't touch your phone, don't touch mine. But unajua kuna relationship mnaweza ambiana, you touch
boundaries once again.
Boundaries, nasikia boundaries, lakini kuna watu wanaambiana anga, you're my partner, there's nothing to hide.
Yeah.
So wanachukua nanga simu zao. Ikifika kuna hiyo agreement na kuna hiyo nini agreement, you can take my phone because there's nothing, if you're married and having a partner, there's nothing you're hiding.
I mean, if you take my phone, that shows that you don't trust me.
Then let's share just one phone, one gadget.
That's his house telephone.
Si ndio basi.
Yeah, the house telephone. With the house telephone, not mobile phone.
Yeah, we don't buy mobile phones, we just have one.
Hapana, mimi simu yangu.
I am making sense at this.
Simu yake siguzi mimi. Tunaweza niambia ni guzi yake siguzi. I won't touch it. But I've also had people, mimi nimekuwa, but I've been lucky, but that part I've been lucky. I don't know whether napatanga vichwa ngumu. They've never touched my phone apart from one between there, kuna moja alikuwa anaguzanga phone yangu. And yeah. Alikuwa anapenda sana kuguza simu yangu. And he could very
for real. Unatafuta kwa simu utapata.
What you don't know will never hurt you. That's something I always say.
Exactly.
What you don't know will never hurt you.
So achana nayo. Undaka stress.
Utakufa. Go for it.
Tumeongea kuhusu nini? Kuhusu physical stress, right?
Yeah.
And physical abuse.
Okay.
I want us to talk about emotional abuse because sometimes we forget about the psychological violence that also come along. In that, unapata mse anaanza kukudevalue. Yeah, they're belittling you in the relationship. Yeah. So, I didn't have you ever gone through someone kumekuna feel as if you're not worth enough?
Yes. All the abusers, they made me to feel that.
Yeah.
Especially there was one that was really, 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 really toxic. I felt like I'm not worth it. I kind of even went to depression for almost 2 months. I couldn't even come out from that depression. Emotional damage ile ilikuwa too much to a point where I felt like I'm no longer worth it. And to saying these words, it's quite hard, letting people that to a point where you think like suicide was the best thing. These people, they are bad. And then he's the one who's gonna be like making sure even more and more you're going through that. Instead, he come and supports you, and you're trying to make this guy come and understand. I try to do this because the stress, the abuses that they were too much, and he doesn't see it. So one of the cases, I'd say, we're very careful when it comes to such people, by the way, because.
And when was the time now you said enough is enough?
Oh, when I tried to commit suicide.
Oh yes, I remember that.
Yes.
Time. Yeah, I remember.
When I tried to commit suicide, actually, and when I tried to do it, that's when I realized I'm no longer supposed to be in this relationship because it was too much. I was thinking I'm the bad person. I'm the bad person
because of the gaslighting.
The gaslighting. I was calling myself I'm the bad person. So if this guy can't belittle me, I didn't know he was belittling me, but I used to say I'm the bad one. I'm the bad person in this relationship.
You are reverse psychology unachezewa, unajua?
Yes, I'm a bad person because nafika kama mtu anakugonga na kuongelesha vibaya, akiingia kwa nyumba the first thing hata akugongesha na kuingia kwa nyumba na makelele. Mind you, nyumba ni unalipa rent, yeye kama mgeni. So unaanza kushindwa, I'm not worth it even to be even in this world. Yeah? Yes. Unajua, you can visit each other. Imanishi nanyi analipa rent. As long as you guys you have a mutual understanding, kuna ile boundaries and respect. So ikafika to that point nikasemanga, this is enough now. So, if I'm trying to commit suicide, no.
So
nikajita mkutano, nikakuongelesha. Okay, to that point singeongelesha mama yangu because my mom at her age, she's at that age, so she can keep best story mob. Actually I spoke to you and I spoke to a few friends of ours actually. And seen therapists, actually the therapist that I got from the hospital where I was admitted for those few days. And I spoke to the psychologist and I came to realize I'm not the bad person here.
You're not the problem.
I'm not the problem.
No. You're
I
just
wasn't
a
the
victim.
problem. I was just a victim.
You know, toxic relationship makes you blind, you know?
Yeah.
Like you said, because of this love bombing and all that stuff.
Yes.
So it's good. You consulted your family.
I consulted my
and
family
friends, and you opened their... Because, you know, through that, they also open your eyes.
Yes.
Because they're the ones seeing from the external point of view, you know? So then they can tell you their own viewpoint, you know? So I think it was a good thing. So according to this topic today, what would you say is your nutshell and what is your closing points so that you can finish?
My closing point is, one, you are a victim. Once you've been victimized, once someone amata kuinulia mkono ama akaraise sauti. Okay, arguments mtu anaraisinganga sauti because argument is argument. But the moment you see someone raises his hand, not even touching you, I'll just tell you, woman, run. And please, if you're a woman, if you realize you're attracting such negative people with such negative energy, please go cleanse yourself. Because after I cleansed myself, that's when I came to realize, wow, I was blinded. I was blinded for real. And morife, kimbia kabisa, kimbia. Red flag ya kwanza tu. Ama ukisikia ameshaigonga X by the way, because mimi bili nimegonga X by the way. Wawilo kwa megonganga X, lakini kasema miezi nigonga. Maybe you X ni drama queen. I'm not a drama queen. I can't be a drama in my own house. Drama when it comes to bed, but not the drama like
the right drama, you know.
The right drama. I'm never a drama who someone who's gonna just start an argument from nowhere, because I know how to love bomb someone and be peaceful. Because mimi najua argument niingia kwa kitanda nilale. Baada niongee nikisha asira ishaisha. Potea. Heri upotee. Go run away.
That's
potea.
Madam, parting shot yako ni?
Mimi ndasema if you notice the patterns, na umejoin the dots na ukajua like huyu mtu is not good for me, please walk out. The second you see that, a red flag. And also another thing is, don't stay in a toxic relationship just because you're benefiting. You know, I mean, come on, outside you can get much better with less stress, you know. So and also ukiingia kwa relationship, please kwanza jipende, make sure like pia wewe uko unaweza kana wewe, unaona, like you can be, you're your own best friend. Ndio ukiingia mahali na mtu ne unamfunza kukupenda pia, you know. And if you're a victim, please, I'm sorry, see a therapist. It's not your fault. And if you wewe kama mwanaume ama mwanamke, wewe ndio una victimize watu huku nje, chapa radi.
True.
Chapa radi, tusikupate.
Mimi, my parting shot is, when you realize umeanza kujichukia wewe mwenyewe, you don't like the way you look, unafaa kujiquestion, what's this feeling, unajua. It's already a point juu umekana mse na ameanza belittle and all that stuff. And you know, the person who you share love, you know, love is such a beautiful thing, and someone who declares they love you, they should be your number one supporter, they should be your number one fan, they should be they should be your cheerleader.
They should not be beating you.
If you see you're getting the opposite energy, then just know that it's time for you to walk away. And everyone, anyway, at some point, you know, we all meet such kind of people, unajua, at some point, but it's good to also realize when it's early enough and do something about it. Anyway, that was our nice session, guys. I really appreciated having that topic with you guys. The discussion was hot. Was very hot. Like Vienna. Hey, Vienna, thank you so much for blessing us with your time once more.
Yes, I'm gonna bless you back and back again.
Please be coming. And you know what, actually, Vienna,
today I wanted, what next time when I come, I want to talk about this character of narcissist.
Okay, yes.
Characters, actually.
Yes. And then we also want to talk about you know, I have some question about flight attendants. You know, I wanted to be a flight attendant. I don't know. So questions such like, kwani amchokange kusmile and other more.
Don't I'm smiling the whole time to the camera.
And many more. Wacha tumalize hii kitu alafu tutaongea next time, si ndio? So, thank you guys. Don't forget to
huyu alikuwa job like attendant.
Ndio tutauliza hizo maswali. Don't forget to do what?
Subscribe, like, share, and engage in the comments. Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Thank you, guys.
Lots of love.
Bye.
And this is Chameleonaire
Chameleonaire Culture 254. And that's the gang.
Yes.
Chameleonaire Culture 254.